update a high availability. So what so we have virtual machine, right? This is our virtual machine we have, and on premises of, let's close this all those previous one. All right. So this is my virtual machine. Let's say that my website is a critical website, sbi.com, sbibank.com. This is my banking website, right? And this is a critical website. If I run this website on single machine and this machine goes down to XYZ reason, the XYZ reason might be workload, might be some virus attack, or some might be hardware failure. If this machine goes down, my business will be lost. Entire website will be down for until unless I'll be having back my website. So generally, what happens? The companies run the critical websites, the critical website which is the critical websites, they run on multiple virtual machines, right? They are not running on single machines, they are running on multiple virtual machine, and those virtual machine are generally behind a load balancer. So load balancer is one of a device which is, all right, all the hits from the public, from the end user, it will come to load balancer, and load balancer will distribute the workload based on availability of virtual machine, right? So this is, let's say that I all three website is running my sbi.com, sbibank.com. Make sense? This is how we achieve the high availability. Can we achieve on Azure? Yes, we can have in Azure. This will be my virtual machine VM1, this will be virtual machine VM2, and this will be VM3, right? And I'll be installing all those websites, sbibank.com, here also sbibank.com, and here also sbibank.com. Right. So any users comes, let's say that this is the users coming, he might land here, might land here, might land here, right? And this is the my workload works on the production side, live side. Okay. Now, let's say that this is all three virtual machine is running on same hardware, same physical machine. This is all virtual machine and running a physical machine on a same physical machine. And this physical machine goes down because of XYZ reason. Will it be all three virtual machine down? Is it? Guys, are you there? Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to explain you? Yep. They all will be down, all three virtual machine, because all three virtual machine is hosted on my physical machine. So Microsoft says that I am not aware which virtual machine you are running what item. So let me know that let me know that you are running same kind of workload, and that will be your production item. So Microsoft says that I'll make sure that I'll have a three different hardwares, hardware 1, hardware 2, and hardware 3. Three different hardwares for all three virtual machine. I can make sure. But if you want to achieve this three different hardware, you need to use a service called availability set. What you need to use? Availability set. So what availability set do that? Availability set have two options called update domain and another is fall domain. Fall domain. Fall domain is related to my hardware. Any hardware issues will comes in fall domain. Update domain will be comes to maintenance. Any patching, right? Or might be any upgradations. All those things will become in my update domain. Alright, and fault domain will be cover the hardware part. So how it's get covered? So let's assume this is my one data center. So this is my one big data center. Alright, and in this big data center, Microsoft, what did Microsoft do that? Microsoft segregate the workload hardwares in three sections. Alright, it segregate the hardware in three sections, and all three will be having different power supplies here, here. So all will, let me go here first. So let this will be having some hardwares. This is my hardware 1, hardware 2. All right, those are my hardwares in my data centers. All right, so I'm deploying virtual machine. If I don't keep my virtual machine availability set, if I don't keep, right, so possibly my virtual machine will be get deployed all three in same hardware, and if this hardware goes down, all virtual machine will be not available, right? So overcome this problem, Microsoft have done, they call it availability set. Availability set option. In availability set, Microsoft make a fault domain. They make available fault domain 3 numbers. All right, if you choose a 3, so what will happen, that workload will get distributed in different three sections. This is logical section, this is not a physical section, this is logical section. And each logical section will have a three different power supply. So possibly this will be from Tata power supply. This will be from Reliance power supply. This will be State Board power supply. Right? Tata power supply. This will be Reliance power, and this will be State Board power. All right. So let's assume that there's a problem at the Reliance powerhouse, and Reliance shut down all the power supply. What will happen? Those machine will be get impacted. This machine will be impacted? No, definitely not, because those are the different power supplies. So when I am deploying my virtual machine, which is I wanted to have it in high availability, right? SBI.com, this one, and this one. This will be behind my load balancer. This will be my load balancer, and all the loads comes to here, right? So this is how I want to achieve it in my data center. So what I'll do that, let me give a name, VM1, VM2, VM3. I'll make sure that my hard VM1 will be get deployed here. This will be my VM1. VM2 will be get deployed here. VM3 will be get deployed here in three different sections. Now it's become redundant, right? So if Tata Power supply is not available, I my the rest of the two virtual machine will be running. This will be down. Definitely this will be down, but rest of two will be running. Or in case if I just say that hardware, this hardware goes down, this hardware goes down, other two hardware will be available for me, right? And similar way, not only power supply, the network connectivity, internet connectivity, or cooling system, all physical hardware stuff will be comes in my fault domain. All right, guys, is it clear? Okay, perfect. All right. So this is called fault domain. Now, Microsoft wants to do the patching. Let's say that I having this. This is my critical website. Which one? SBIbank.com. And I found that this three virtual machine is not sufficient. I need at least 10 virtual machine. All right. I need at least 10 virtual machine. All right. So all be having distribution of workloads. All will help me workload. But in my data center, I can go maximum three fault domain. So this is VM1, VM2, VM3. What about a VM4? VM4 will definitely going to deploy here itself. VM5 will be here. VM6 will be VM5 will be here. VM6 will be here. VM7 will be here. VM8 will be here. VM9 will be here, right? And VM10 will be here. All right. So let's say that if I want Microsoft say that I want to do the patching or hardware maintenance of my resources. So I'll make all instruction down. So what will happen that all virtual machine will be down. So what we do that we'll ask Microsoft. Microsoft don't do the all at a time. Take a small segment. This much. This one will be one segment. This much will be a second segment. This will be third segment. Take in a segmentation wise. That is called a update domain. The maintenance and updation of hardware is called update domain. We can have up to the 20 update domains. All right, guys. Any questions here? Any questions, guys? Yes. Yeah, sure. If you have a question, please ask me. Any hardware will comes in a fault domain. Any update, maintenance, activity will come in update domain. So if I go on presentation, so there is three types of things, two types of main things in the any any IT infrastructure: maintenance and downtime. Downtime is anything which suddenly goes down, so that is called downtime. Like yesterday, hard for WhatsApp was not available, so that is the downtime. The maintenance is you something plan out, right? Something is you plan out for longer period, 6 months back, 3 months back. That is called your plan maintenance. This is called a plan maintenance. And apart from that, this is completely planning. Apart from that, there's unplanned hardware maintenance. There is some beep is coming, so you need to take a shutdown of your hardware. So that is called unplanned hardware maintenance. And unexpected downtime, computer stop working. All right. So when we have a failure, all right, we have unplanned hardware maintenance. Unplanned hardware maintenance. What will happen? Microsoft virtual machine will get moved from one place to another place. That is called live migration. right? If it is suddenly down, it will it will you will get a downtime, but you will get automatically heal, and washing machine will get mitigate to another bare metal. That is called a unexpected downtime. The plan maintenance, you don't need to do anything. It will automatically take care by Microsoft. All right. And in the fault domain, update domain, you can go up to 3 fault domain. Update domain, you can go for 20 update domain, right? And if you want to achieve SLA 99.95 uptime, you need to consider the virtual machine should be in availability set, and each virtual machines, multiple virtual machines should be in availability set. Each should be have a different application should have different sets, and that should be behind a load balancer. All right, guys.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how you achieve the high availability in Azure. So fault domain, update domain. So fault domain, let talks about fault domain are the group of virtual machines share the common hardware, switches, and they have a single point of failures. That is a fault domain. All right. In virtual machine, at least you should take a two fault domain or three fault domain based on your requirement. Update domain, Azure when Azure perform maintenance, it's incrementally or rolling out the upgrade across the deployment. That will be planned maintenance. That is comes in update domain. All right, guys.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. So how to achieve the update domain fault domain? So this is a big data center which I was talking about, and we are big data center is distributing among the workloads. So this is logical separation. This red line is not a physical separation. This is logical separation. Now, how do you achieve this one? So whenever you want to have high availability virtual machine, you will go as a service called update availability set service, and you will create a availability set, one availability set. So let's say that I'll go here and say availability set means SBI bank website AV set. This is what I have given a name, and I'll say that fault domain should be 3 and update domain should be 20. So you can take maximum, but the problem is that if you keep it maximum, the virtual machine will be far from each other. So better calculate how many virtual machine you will going to have it. Based on that, you will keep it your update domain, fault domain. You are just creating availability set. You are not deploying virtual machine. It is just a set logic you are defining right now. All right, let it deploy. All right, this resource has been deployed. Now, if I go on virtual machine, I see that there is no virtual machine right now in availability set. So if I deploy virtual machine, if I'm deploying virtual machine, while deploying virtual machine, I need to choose availability set. So let's say that I'm deploying now virtual machine for my website. So I'll be going for this. I'll be choosing this. Let's say that SBI Bank website VM1. All right. Now I have to choose the right region where is availability set is present. Now, if I have to choose another options called availability option. Right now, there's no infrastructure redundancy is required. I'll change it to availability set. Then I'll choose that which availability set I have created. I have created SBI Bank availability set, and I'll deploy virtual machine. So let me deploy virtual machine quickly. All right, let it deploy. It will take a couple of minutes to get deployed. Then I'll go to virtual machine and availability set and show you that how it looks like. All right, it will take a couple of minutes. All right, so if some problem is there, I need to look what is the problem. I'll just go here, look for the error. What is the error? Is the subscription now is not registered for ZRS. Okay, perfect. So I'll deploy it again this virtual machine, and I'll change little bit details. Where is my disk? I'll change this. Right, it will take a couple of minutes, guys. Bear with me. Deployment. So that I cannot expect. I cannot fast pace that one. It's from the Microsoft. Alright, this virtual machine has been deployed. Now let me go to virtual machine. Alright, this is virtual machine is ready. Let me go on virtual machine. I think this is virtual machine I have deployed. And if I click here in availability and scaling options, I can see that it is a part of the fault domain 0 and update domain 0. And this belongs to availability set, this availability set. So let me go on availability set and look here. So if I click here, go here in the availability set, I'll be clicking on virtual machine. I'll see that, okay, this is virtual machine 1. First virtual machine is running in availability fault domain 0, update domain 0. Alright. The problem is that from the single virtual machine, I cannot achieve high availability. For achieving a high availability, I have to be multiple virtual machine in a same availability set, and that should have a same software, same application. So I'll be deploying another virtual machine. I'll be deploying another virtual machine. SBI site VM2 and choosing availability set and choosing this availability set. And I'll quickly have this virtual machine ready with me. Alright, let me go here, choose the disk. I'm not looking for other stuff. I just going right now deployment of virtual machine. Alright guys, so once this virtual machine will get deployed, that will be get reflect here, and that will have update domain 1 and fault domain 1. Make sense? In a backend, it will be different hardware here and here. Any questions, guys? Okay. All right, guys. So this is what we have seen, that how we can achieve the high availability. Just a moment, guys. All right. So this is how we achieve the high availability in the Azure. So, but the thing is that all will be in the same data center. Let's say that the entire data centers goes down. So we have seen that we have distributed in the one data center all the workloads. All the workload was distributed among our data centers, right? So if this data centers goes down, what could be use of my having high availabilities and deploying availability sets? This will be completely down. To overcome this problem, what Microsoft says that, okay, let me keep it in the same region, but I will distribute my data center in 3 different locations within a same region. Region is same, and I'll be distributing my data center. 3 different data center. We call it zone. We call it zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Alright. So whenever I'm deploying virtual machine here within the same region, I'll be deploying zone in virtual machine zone 1 here, zone 2 here, zone 3 here. VM1 will be this, VM2 this, VM3 will be this. So since it's all are different building, and each each zones, this distance between the zones is approximately 20 kilometers from far from each other. 20 kilometers, right? So each will be 20 kilometer far from each other. So definitely all three will be have a different power supply, right? All will be having different power supply, different network, different cooling system. Everything the update fault domain will be get covered here. The update domain also get covered when Microsoft says the patching. I'll be do the patching and updation at a time one zone only. The other two zones will be available. Make sense, guys? So rather than I'm distributing the same data center, same data center I'm making a logical isolation. I distributed my data center within the same region. All right. So let's see that this virtual machine is ready or not. It's still deploying. But you can see that here I have running two virtual machine. One is fault domain 1, fault domain 2. Right, guys? All right. So let me create a new virtual machine which will use the zone option, availability zone, rather than availability set. So when I'm deploying virtual machine, I'm not deploying right now because it takes time. When I'm deploying virtual machine, I'll be I'll giving a name of my virtual machine. Let's say that this is my Bank of India site, right? Bank of India site VM1. Here, when I choosing availability option rather than choosing availability set, I'll choose availability zone. Now I have to decide that where I want to keep it for availability zone 1 or 2. This will be manual allocation done by yourself, not Microsoft. This where you want to keep it, you will decide your own. All right, guys. Right. So when I deploy virtual machine, this logical isolations will be done through the availability set automatically. I am not controlling anything here. It is automatically getting done in availability set. But in availability zone, I have to decide where I want to keep it virtual machine. This is zone. So I want to keep it zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. That I have to take a decision. All right. All right. One important thing, guys. Once you deploy virtual machine, once you already deployed virtual machine, you can't move out or in to availability. Whether it's availability zone or availability set, you cannot move from out or in. You have to decide before deploying virtual machine. Okay. So let's say that I have deployed normal virtual machine without thinking on the availability set. I have deployed in normal data center. If I want to move to availability zone, I cannot move that. I cannot move. This is cannot be possible. Or if you just want to come out this virtual machine from the availability zone to make it normal virtual machine, you cannot make it. That have to be decided earlier. Same way, if I am deploying in update domain 1 or fault domain 1, I want to change out of that another update domain, fault domain, or I don't want to keep it in a fault domain, update domain, I want to keep it outside. I cannot do that. I have to decide earlier while deployment. Right, guys? Any questions so far? Sorry, can you? Yep, please. If you deploy a virtual machine in availability zone 3, all right, this virtual machine will get deployed in zone 3 only. You cannot change to zone 1, zone 2, or any other zone, or you cannot change to availability set, or you cannot make a normal virtual machine, no infrastructure. That cannot be possible. So what zone 3 goes down. Oh, okay, I got your question. So you're saying that all virtual machine I have deployed in zone 3 and now zone 3 goes down. So what will happen? All virtual machine not will be available because zone 3 is not available. Sorry? So if the zone 3 goes down, all virtual machine won't be available. That will be a challenge for me. That is no, I'm not able to achieve the high availability. My website will be down, right? All right, guys. So that's it for high availability. If any disaster happen, what we have to do? We cannot do anything. It's a pass. It is infrastructure service. Microsoft is managing infrastructure service. Our virtual machine will not available, and Microsoft will be try to bring it up. It's not in our hand. Is it your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we cannot do anything. It's all in Azure's hand. We cannot do anything. But there is a backup service. The from if you have taken a backup, you can redeploy quickly another virtual machine from the backup. If you have taken a backup. Okay. So this is availability zone. So availability zone provide you 99.9 SLA. All right. And each zone will have own cooling system, independent power supply, and networking. Everything will be independent. So this is availability set, and this is availability zone. Make sense, guys?
So,
All right. Another topic is virtual machine skill set. So far, what we have seen only one virtual machine. My website is which one website? My website is flipkart.com. Flipkart.com. All right, I'm running a website called flipkart.com. It is e-commerce website. All right, it is e-commerce website. Now, if I run on single machine and this machine goes down, the entire website will be down, and the customer will complain that Flipkart is down. If I run on multiple virtual machine, okay, and my workload due to XYZ reason, market price goes down for some product, all workload goes to 100%, 100%, 100%. Still customer are waiting, so they will feel slowness in opening accessing website, right? Are you with me, guys? Right. So what I'm saying that this let me give example again. So this server can handle 100 hits. This can handle 100 hits. This also can handle 100 hits. And this can handle 100 hits. Alright. Let's say that suddenly my flipkart.com getting 1,000 hits. Or let's say the 500 hits. What will happen? 100 hits can taken care by this machine. 100 hits can be taken care by this machine. 100 hits can be taken care by this machine. What about remaining 200 hits? 200 users, they are not able to load a website at all. right? They feel
Yes.
slowness of website. So do we have any mechanism? So what we have to do that we'll see that, oh, there is a lot of loads. So what we'll do that we'll deploy one virtual machine, we configure virtual machine. That will take 15 to 20 minutes. Proper configuration, deployment, everything that will take approximately 30 minutes. So there will be 30 minutes business loss. The customer will be what the customer will do that if the flipkart.com is not working, they will go to amazon.com. They cannot wait. It's a customer, right? The
Yes,
Flipkart
sir.
is losing the 200 customer. So can we have some solution? Yes, we have one solution. We have a solution called auto scaling or scaling. All right. So let's say that I have virtual machine called 2 core. Forget about this. Right now, I just say that this is. Let's say that I have this virtual machine that is running on 2 core CPU. What I have one option, I can change the virtual machine size from 2 core to 8 core, right? I can change the virtual machine size 2 core to 8 core. The software, everything is already installed in this hard in this virtual machine. I just change the compute power, right? That is the easiest solution. But the problem is that if right now it is hit is my, let's say the hit is for 200 hits here right now, here it's 500 hits, then suddenly it goes down, it's become again 100 hits. So I have to resize virtual machine and down make it 2 core again back. That is every day, every hour I'm changing the size of virtual machine. And whenever you change the size of virtual machine, it reboot the virtual machine. So for rebooting virtual machine, it will be downtime for the 5 minutes. So it is not acceptable. What could be another solution? Another solution, I can be have a similar kind of 2 core virtual machine get deployed, and that will be behind my load balancer. That will be behind load balancer. So I'll be having 3 more machines of a 2 core. 2 core, 2 core, 2 core, 2 core become 8 core, equivalent to this size. And here I'm not not dependent on single machine, and also not restarting virtual machine, right? Not restarting virtual machine, and also it is workload goes down, so I can delete the virtual machine. If workload goes down, I can delete the virtual machine. So I'm saving the cost also. Make sense, guys? Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this kind of scaling, which is I have changed from 2 core to 8 core, this is called vertical scaling. And this scaling from 2 core, similar kind of 2 cores workload, I am deploying same similar kind of 2 cores. This is called horizontal scaling. Okay. So two types scaling, vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. Okay. Now I want to make this function, this horizontal scaling, create identical system automatically, and there is no workload. Delete the automatically this system. This service can be achieved from the virtual machine scale set, VMSS, virtual machine scale set. This virtual scale set will be having some condition. Let's say condition can be CPU goes to 80%, then add new VM. If the memory goes 90%, then add 2 VMs automatically. If CPU goes down to 20%, then delete VM, right? All those rules I can write in the virtual machine skill set, and it will keep adding virtual machine automatically and keep deleting automatically. Make sense, guys? Any doubt here in the logic?
So load balances are fixed, sir.
Load balance always there. Load balancer will be there, and in the details of load balancer automatically get added a record. And if virtual machine get deleted, record will be also get deleted automatically. That will be
But
done
load
through the
balance,
virtual machine skill set.
okay, virtual machines are automatically deleted and automatically created, but data center load balancer is fixed.
Load balance is fixed. Load balance is the job of load balance is get the hit and distribute among the virtual machine. That's it. It is not doing anything. It is just distributing workload.
Okay.
Alright, that is called virtual machine scale set. So let me deploy one virtual machine scale set. So before that, I think I cannot deploy much more resources. So let me delete my resources. I can have little bit space. My account will have little bit space if I deploy. Okay. Alright. So deploying virtual machine scale set, what I'll do that I'll go to I'll go to my portal and look for all services, compute, and look for virtual machine skill set. This is our virtual machine skill set, right? I click here, create a new virtual machine skill set. Virtual machine and virtual machine skill set is almost similar. There is not much more difference. So I am creating a new resource group, VMSS demo, deploying in this region. Let me have virtual machine skill set name VMSS for Flipkart. And if you want to keep it in availability zone, you can keep it in availability zone. You will choose that, okay, distribute my workload of my virtual machine skill set in different availability zone. All right. And the operating system will be my 2019, and I'm using this code and providing a username and password. All right. There will be one VNet, one subnet for that, and I'll adding the using a load balancer. So load balancer also will get created automatically. Now scaling, if I keep it manual scaling, so it will deploy two virtual machine only, and I can change to 3, 4. It will be manual or manual scaling, but I don't want to go for manual scaling. I want to go for the automatic scaling, custom scaling. So I'll say that minimum of number of virtual machine will be 2, okay, and the maximum can be 10. From this box, it will be minimum 2 will be running always, and it can maximum goes to up to the 10. I want to save my cost also, right? I should not go to 100 or 1000 virtual machine. And if CPU utilization goes on 75%, add one more virtual machine. So I'll make it a little bit less, make it 50. And it goes to 40, 30, delete one virtual machine. Scale out, scale in. If it is reaches to 50%, it will have one virtual machine. And I'll keep it for 1%. So this is how it will going to work. So virtual machine scale set and virtual machine is almost similar. Only thing is that you are defining scaling option. That's it. Rest of things are pretty similar. Any question, guys? So please ask me the question. Guys, do you have any question, please?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay. Let it deploy. It will take hardly 5 to 6 minutes and will be ready for virtual machine. Okay, it's taking much time. I will take a sip of water. I'll just come back. Meanwhile, it get deployed. Okay, I think it's done. Yep, it is done. I'll go later. So if I go here, virtual machine scale set, let me go back, and you will see that this is virtual machine symbol, this is virtual machine scale set symbol. If you click here, you'll see the virtual machine scale set is there, and you will see that it's just like a similar public IP will be there, and there is size, there will be a disk, networking, everything will similar. Only thing is that there's one more thing get added is scaling options and instance option. If I click here, if I click here in the scaling instance option, I can see that there's a two virtual machine is running right now. One is already deployed, another is in the deployment process. And the scaling options, I have defined my rules which sets the scale out scaling policies. All right, guys. All right. I can change to manual. If I change to manual, I can go to manual set of the scaling. That is up to me. But if I want to go for the custom one, I can continue here. All right. I'll just see that scaling policy. As of now, it's only two running continuously. If I go to instance, I can see that it is getting updated. Yep, I having two virtual machine, and all virtual machine workload CPU. If you go here in the monitoring section and see that average CPU, it is pretty low. It is pretty low. You cannot even see that it's so much low. Let's capture it in a couple of minutes. And if workload goes high, right, more than CPU, 50% CPU, for 5 minutes, it will add one virtual machine automatically, right? The maximum virtual machine can be goes up to the 10 virtual machine, minimum it will be 2 virtual machine. Even it get decrease the per count. Alright guys, any questions so far? Any questions?
So which one is the best one? Manual scaling or auto scale?
In the manual scaling, you need to monitor every time. You need to look for that workload is going up or not. But auto scaling will be automatically scale up virtual machine, scale down virtual machine. But only thing is that in auto scaling, you need to design your computer such a way that it has all the data pre-installed. So we're going to use their custom image, not Microsoft provided image. We're going to use a custom image. Okay, we'll see topic later on the custom image. And if you see that high availability, it is us virtual machine will get distributed in the instance 1 or 2 or 3. So let's see that instance details. So this is supposed to be in zone 1. Can you see that? This is in zone 1, this virtual machine, first one. If I go to second virtual machine, that's supposed to be zone 2, right?
Yes, sir.
This is how I achieve the high availability.
Okay.
All right. If I feel that, okay, let me go on manual, I can change to manual, change to, let's say that count is 3. I'll just save it. Then you will see in couple of minutes after saving, it will start deploying a new virtual machine here. Okay, there's a challenge. Ting, 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 ting. I have reached to limit my quota. Yep, that is a quota limit. Region quota. I need to delete the old virtual machine. This virtual machine skill set is in the East US, so I'll be deleting the East US. Okay, I don't have any East US virtual machine. Still, the quota is reached over there. I'm just checking that my what is my quota for East US and why it's not allowed me. Alright, East US, and I can see that I have a quota. Here's my quota. I can deploy one more virtual machine. I can go to up to 20 cores. Why it's not allowing me? Okay, how much I have mentioned here? Let me mention to my me try it again. Can you see that they are deploying now? New virtual machine, creating new virtual machine because I have changed to 3, but they are deploying one extra, which will automatically get deleted after deployment. There's already 2 there. They are deploying. I required one extra, 3, but they are deploying 2 extra, and either this or this will be get deleted after complete successful deployments. It will take hardly 2 minutes. Yep. Let it deploy. I'll just grab a water. Okay, and still under deployment. Let's refresh the entire page. Still in creation mode. Okay. All right. It will get settled to my 3 instance because I have manually set 3. If I set it 0, it will delete all the virtual machine and there will be no virtual machine. That could be possible. Let's say that if you, yep, can you see that it's settled down to 3? Total count 3 machines.
Yes.
All right. So all 3 will be having same data behind load balancer, and the load balancer public IP will be this. If it is not a today's topic, but I'm just showing you the load balancer detail. So if you go on backend pool, this is my load balancer, and you'll see that there is a pool. In the backend pool, you have a virtual machine behind, right? That will be my virtual machine behind the backend pool. So front end IP will be my this IP. Front end will be this public IP. This is called front end, and this will be back end. All 3 virtual machine will be in the back end. So all the hits comes to this IP will be get distributed among these 3 machines, these 3 IPs. All right. This is not a today's topic. Don't worry on load balancer. Load balancer we'll see later on. You just need to understand the virtual machine scale set. All right, guys. Any questions so far? All right, you can just read it out. Virtual machine skill sets are the Azure compute resource that can be used to deploy and manage set of the identical virtual machine. All should be same set of the identical machines. Virtual machine skill set are designed to support auto scaling and load balancing. The maximum, minimum, default number of virtual machine can be set and can be triggered based on the resource consumption, which we have seen in the custom scaling option. All right, this will be a resource group. In the resource group, you will having subnet, and the subnet will having all virtual machine skill set in it. This is it just looks like that. All right. So based on demand, you can scale up, scale down identical systems. All right. No required to pre-provision virtual machine. Based on demand, it will be get deployed virtual machine. All right. how to create virtual machine from 100 to count, 100 to 0 to 100, 1000. You can have it. If you want to go virtual machine, right? If you don't want to use a workload, if there's no workload, virtual machine automatically get deleted after 5 minutes. So you can save up to the 80% cost in virtual machine skill set. All right, this is what we already have seen. Okay. Any questions, guys? No? All right. Let me send you some assignment for today.
Sir, one created one subscription, sir.
Yep. I'll give you that subscription. I have one subscription ready with me. Uh,
Yes, sir.
so last time, what we have, I have given you assignment that if you have not done, please do it again. This is what assignment you had.
2428 coach, I guess.
Just adding the assignment here. Right. What I'm doing right now, Windows VM, add data disk of 32 GB, right? And format from operating system. Then resize 32 GB to 64 GB. All right, and do the changes required on OS side. This is the fifth assignment. Sixth assignment will be uh, sixth assignment. What we have done already set. VM, Azure VM, try create deploy. Right, and to virtual machine. Alright, guys, will it be good for practice? This is your assignment. You have to do it. Okay. Anything you are missing out for the assignment? Okay. One side note, guys. This is a side note. Guys, start learning of Windows Administrator. Windows Administrator. Start learning on Windows Administrator. What are the topics you need to learn? You need to learn basic administration, basic admin task like disk management, user management, and what else? Disk management, user management, and software installation. Read about ports, IPs, and protocol. All right, guys. Any questions so far? Any questions, guys? No? All right. So please do assignment and do let me know. Okay. Before coming tomorrow, you have to do all the assignments and take send me screenshot in the group. All right. Ravindra, just wait for a second. I'll just give it to you on subscription for you. So let me go here. I have one subscription with me, which is I'm not using right now. So you can give it to you. All right. I'll be providing permission to you guys, so don't worry. Sorry, Ravindra, if you guys have expired your subscription, do let me know. I'll provide my subscription access. But the practice is important, guys. You need to do the practice as soon as possible. All right. See you tomorrow. Same time, 3 p.m. Is it okay, guys?
Okay, sir. Sir, but sir, videos are sent, sir. Total.
I see whatever video I have it. I have already sent to this. Okay, let me collect all one place and I'll give it to you. And before my session, Ganesh was recording that we have to ask the Ganesh to provide the recording. So this is all I have it. So I'll just share it again. This one. Okay.